A sombre Theresa May leaving Conservative Party headquarters for Downing Street after thanking staff for their work. She told them it was a difficult night. An understatement when a commanding poll lead turned to this.
Are you going to resign, Prime Minister?
One of the greatest political miscalculations of the modern era etched on Theresa May's face. She held her seat but lost the mandate she sought, a bigger majority to strengthen her negotiating hand in Brussels.
At this time, more than anything else, this country needs a period of stability. And if, as the indications have shown, and if this is correct, that the Conservative Party has won the most seats and probably the most votes, then it will be incumbent on us to ensure that we have that period of stability, and that is exactly what we will do.
While the Conservatives were still the largest party in terms of MPs and vote share, it was Jeremy Corbyn who had the victor's sheen.
If there is a message from tonight's result is this. The Prime Minister called the election because she wanted a mandate. Well, the mandate she's got is lost Conservative seats, lost votes, lost support and lost confidence. I would have thought that's enough to go, actually, and make way for a government that will be truly representative of all of the people of this country.
His not always supportive deputy, Tom Watson, finding this soundbite.
She said she was strong and stable. The public saw that she was weak and wobbly. She said she was a bloody difficult woman. She boasted about it. The public saw that she was just a woman who was finding it all a bit too bloody difficult.
So the Brexit generals were deployed to steady nerves as the toll of Conservative losses mounted. Boris Johnson, now a favourite to succeed Mrs May, tried to quash talk of an electoral embarrassment.
Early days, it's early days, and I think everybody should contain themselves until they see the hello, how are you?
Well, one of his cabinet colleagues effectively admitted the election had been a referendum on a clean break Brexit.
It's a Brexit which seeks to give the best deal in terms of commercial and economic opportunities with Europe, but also open up the opportunities to the rest of the world. That's what it was about. That's what we put in front of the people.
But David Cameron's former communications chief said it was difficult to put a positive spin on the results.
I think there'll be a huge post-mortem that will go on for a long time. Why did they make the mistakes that were clearly in the manifesto? Why did they take those gambles? Were they right to follow a strategy of trying to win over these 4 million UKIP voters while alienating Liberal Conservatives as well? So I think there's going to be a big post-mortem into this, and it will take quite a long time to work out what exactly went wrong.
But there were some consolations for the beleaguered Conservatives.
I'm just thinking about Hastings and Rye. I haven't really gone any further than that.
Home Secretary Amber Rudd just scraping by in Hastings and Rye.
Good morning, Tim. Yeah, good. How are you? How are you?
In a patchwork of often confusing nationwide results, there were discernible patterns. A return to the dominance of two-party politics. The Liberal Democrats may have increased their haul, but former Deputy Prime Minister and ex-leader Nick Clegg a casualty in Sheffield Hallam.
It is a parliament which, in my judgment, will not only face the excruciating task of trying to assemble a sensible government for this country, will not only need to deal with the agonising decisions which we face as a country as we navigate our way towards Brexit, but is a parliament that is presiding over a deeply divided and polarised nation.
A similar story for the SNP, which saw its record success in 2015 slammed into reverse, with Alex Salmond losing his seat. A second Scottish independence referendum seemingly kicked into the long heather.
Well, the SNP has won the election in Scotland. We are on track to have more seats than all of the other parties combined. That said, clearly it's a disappointing result. We've lost some tremendous MPs.
Hi Paul, are you going to resign tomorrow morning, Paul? Give me a chance, John.
Well, UKIP's vote share was obliterated. Its new leader Paul Nuttall's position looking precarious.
And I do hereby declare that Marcia Chantal de Cordova.
The EU faithful, dubbed citizens of nowhere by Theresa May, did go somewhere, to Labour. Government Minister Jane Ellison the biggest scalp. The constitutional implications of this botched Tory ballot bid are immense, with Brexit talks due to start in under a fortnight. The Conservatives try to turn this into a presidential campaign, fought on the strong and stable talents of its leader. It will be hard for Theresa May to escape the fallout. The speech Theresa May delivered here was a victory speech for a constituency MP, but it was a defeat for a Prime Minister. And that is because her gamble failed spectacularly to increase her majority and convert those former UKIPers over to the Conservatives. The votes in Berkshire have already been boxed, ready to be consigned to the council's vaults. Could the governmental career of the Conservative leader be about to join them?
We will make America great again.